It's the newest 200cc premium commuter motorcycle in the market, the Hero Xtreme 200R. But is Hero already late to a party in one of the fastest growing motorcycle segments in the market right now? A segment which has already proven quite popular with contenders like the TVS Apache RTR 204V and of course the Bajaj Pulsar NS200. We spent some time with the new 200cc premium commuter but at a racetrack.
We're at the Buddh International Circuit yet again with another motorcycle, and this time we're with Hero MotoCorp's newest motorcycle, the Xtreme 200R. What is it? It's a premium commuter motorcycle in the 200cc segment, and Hero's quite late to join the party in this segment, but here it is finally, the new Xtreme 200R. It's got a 200cc single-cylinder air-cooled engine, which is a bored-out version of the 150cc engine of the Hero Achiever, and it makes about 80 odd bhp of power and about 17 Newton meters of torque.
The Xtreme 200R looks quite well proportionate from most angles, and our favorite part of the bike's design is the tail section, sleek, tapering to a sharp end with the LED tail light and those split grab rails. The exhaust muffler is a fat unit but could have been slightly more aesthetically pleasing. Up front, the Xtreme 200R gets LED pilot lamps but no LED headlight, and the instrument panel, although neat, looks a generation older with the rather plain part digital, part analog unit. And there's no gear position indicator as well, something we've become quite used to in the latest 160 bikes as well. The fuel tank gets fat shrouds and the big Xtreme body graphics are loud and could have certainly been a little more subtle, at least to us. Overall, it is not a bad looking motorcycle though, and is certain to find some appeal, particularly to those not looking for an overtly sporty looking 200cc bike.
In terms of features and equipment, what the Xtreme 200R gets is a part analog, part digital speedometer. Well, the digital panel doesn't get a gear position indicator as yet, which is a miss. Of course, it gets LED pilot lamps up front, 37mm telescopic front fork, 276mm front disc, which gets ABS on the front wheel, only single channel ABS. The rear wheel also gets a disc, but no ABS on the rear wheel. It monoshock at the rear, 7-step adjustable, and an LED tail light as well.
On the move, the 200cc engine isn't very fast and is par for the course in this segment. Speed picks up quickly enough and the bike drops eagerly into corners at the BIC. In fact, handling is the Xtreme 200R's strong point, coupled with the torquey engine, which requires few downshifts around the corners of the racetrack. In fact, the bike feels so confident around corners, we pushed it to its limits and beyond, grinding and shaving off those foot peg feeler bolts. Of course, that's not the way a bike is meant to be ridden and designed to be ridden, but on the street and in the real world, the Xtreme 200R promises to be a stable, torquey motorcycle with decent brakes, which will be welcomed by consumer looking for a strong, stable and relatively powerful commuter motorcycle.
Well, we've just finished a few laps around the BIC on the new Hero Xtreme 200R. First impressions, well, let's talk about the engine and the performance. It's a single-cylinder air-cooled 200cc. Makes about 18 bhp of power and about 17.1 Newton meters of torque. It's a carbureted engine, so no fuel injection on offer as yet. Well, the engine is a torquey unit, two-valve engine. Torquey unit, so out in the street you won't really need to change gears too much. Made primarily for city use, so full points there. I think a lot of people will quite welcome this bike.
What is also the Xtreme 200R's other strong point is the overall refinement level of the engine. Despite being a two-valve unit, the 200cc air-cooled engine is quite smooth and delivers power in linear fashion. It's all about pulling cleanly from higher gears with a strong mid-range.
What is important, however, is how Hero MotoCorp prices this bike. It's targeted primarily at the commuter who's looking to upgrade to a slightly bigger engine. Of course, we've ridden it on a racetrack and decimated the foot pegs, taking the corners here, but that's not how this bike is meant to be ridden. It's primarily for a guy who's looking to upgrade to a slightly larger engined commuter motorcycle, and Like we said earlier, Hero is late to the party in this 200cc segment. So pricing will be key. The bike is going to be launched in a few weeks from now. Our guess is sometime around June, latest end June or early July at the most. And what will be key is the pricing. If Hero manages to price it about rupees 90,000 ex-showroom or even slightly less than that, then this one certainly seems to be a winner to rake in some sales volume in this rapidly growing 200cc segment.
From a purely performance point of view, the Xtreme 200R may leave performance junkies wanting for more, particularly when they are sportier, marginally more powerful rivals in the 200cc segment like the Apache 200 and the Pulsar 200. But not everyone seeks a sporty and performance-oriented premium commuter. And as a no-nonsense, practical and slightly powerful commuter motorcycle, the Xtreme 200R leaves no room for complaints.